The DNC kicking off today in the middle of a huge leadership shakeup. So we thought we would get a response from the RNC.
And that's exactly what that man at the other side of the big plastic table did last night.
Oh, yeah, that's right, me. With the DNC chairwoman, Debbie Wasserman Schultz, stepping down on her own volition. I met with Reince Priebus, and here's what he had to say.
So, Reince, here we are in the beginning of the DNC, just finished off the RNC, and what happened today?
It was a bad day for Debbie Wasserman Schultz, obviously. They were, in fact, rigging the system in favor of Hillary by using a national party which should be neutral to take this guy down. It's a remarkable moment in American political history.
And the CEO, Debbie Wasserman Schultz, reluctantly resigns. And also in these emails to the CFO, also the communication director looks just as complicit. Should it stop there?
Well, I mean, I would imagine that Hillary Clinton and her campaign, you know, my guess is they're going to call for a investigation, but the truth is they were benefiting from it all. I wouldn't be surprised if Hillary Clinton knew full well that the DNC was working with them and for them the whole way through, and now they're sort of going to act like they didn't know what was going on. They knew exactly what was going on. I'm sure that there were comms people and senior staffers at the DNC communicating regularly with Hillary Clinton's campaign, and if people were out there in favor of Bernie Sanders, they should be outraged by what they saw here at the DNC.
Debbie Wasserman Schultz will now has accepted the job as honorary chairman of Hillary Clinton's campaign, 50-state strategy.
Right.
What does that tell you?
Well, for one thing, it emphasizes the fact that she was in a tank the whole time anyway, but the DNC was in a tank and the whole thing was a fraud. But it also is probably a made-up position that people do when folks transition out of embarrassing situations.
You know, it was brought up to me today that from a Democratic strategist that if Reince Priebus had his email hacked, it would show that there was some type of collaboration, manipulation for one candidate or another. Is that true?
No, because I'm not. Listen, I don't put a lot in emails, so I don't do that. And by the way, I don't even. My staff has all the passwords to all of my email accounts, and so when you send me an email, it's a lot of people can see the email. I know that. I don't write a whole lot in return. Well, certainly we feel like we had a drama-filled primary. There's no doubt about it. I'm never going to make believe we didn't have a lot of bruising and we have healing to do. So that's the truth. But we ultimately chose the candidate that had that sort of grassroots momentum of change that really changed a lot of the entire primary season for the Republican Party. The difference is they didn't. And they suppressed those people on the other side. And they're going to try to force feed these folks in Philadelphia this soup that they don't want to eat. They don't want to eat. I mean, that's the whole thing with the Republican Party. I think one thing that people have concluded about me and the RNC is that ultimately we played it down the middle. I mean, you saw that with the convention last week. It was well run. When it was time to call Donald Trump the presumptive nominee, we did. I fought Donald Trump on some things along the way in regard to this accusation of delegate allocation and rigged system, and I did that very publicly. We have a lot of respect for each other. But ultimately, we ran our operation by the rules.
Bernie Sanders now has the proof that there was collaboration behind the scenes to stop him. Yet the endorsement still sticks and Monday's speech will still stand. What's your reaction to that?
I think that there could be a change in what he's going to say on Monday night based on what happened today. Because otherwise you're just laying down. Otherwise you're just a puppy dog for the party. And I don't think he's a puppy dog.